going to jail. Cohen is going to jail. Cohen is going to jail. What's the spell, kids? Jail. They say you shouldn't laugh at another man's misery. But they also say you shouldn't engage in criminal activity. And that didn't stop Michael Cohen, as Trump's personal lawyer struck a plea deal with God's plan Robert Mueller on charges related to tax fraud and campaign finance violations. Which means this Michael Cohen tweet from 2015 didn't age so well. And I quote, "Hey Hillary Clinton, when you go to jail for defrauding America and perjury, your room and board will be free." Well, guess what? So will be yours. Pro tip, don't drop the soap. Can you just imagine Hillary perched up on a redwood in a forest in buttfuck nowhere, Vermont, just laughing her ass off? I can hear echoes all the way over here. There she is. Who knew MAGA stood for My Attorney Got Arrested? I can't wait for Cohen's new book, Art of the Plea Deal. It's supposed to be an autobiography. As soon as this news broke, you knew what the weather was gonna be like in Washington, D.C. Easily a Category 5 tweet storm. And the tweeter did not disappoint, opening with, and I quote, "If anyone is looking for a good lawyer, I would strongly suggest that you don't retain the services of Michael Cohen." Yeah, 'cause he's a convicted felon. That's like saying a sexual predator, like this guy over here, wouldn't make a good babysitter, Captain Obvious. He was your lawyer for 10 years, and now you recognize that? It's like going to the same Chinese restaurant down the street, and despite getting food poisoning every single time, you keep returning to it to give it one more chance. By far, the best tweet came from the woman in the woods, Hillary Clinton, who tweeted the following. Now, to be purely candid, when I looked at her Twitter earlier today, I couldn't find this tweet, so it might be a Photoshop, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a pretty bad Yelp review. Who knew when Trump supporters were chanting, "Trump for 8 years"? They weren't referring to his presidential term, but rather his conviction sentence. And by the looks of it, it might be more than 8 years. He went on to applaud Paul Manafort, who was indicted this week on 8 of 18 charges against him. But Trump was quick to point out the 10 charges that remain unresolved against his ex-campaign manager, saying a large number of counts, 10, could not even be decided in the Paul Manafort case. Witch hunt! Sir, that's just rude. Manafort may look like a witch, but the proper gender name would be Wizard Hunt. Did you not read Harry Potter? I know he didn't. I'm just teasing him. But just because you can count to 10 doesn't mean the rest of us can't. I can count to 10 on my 2 hands. 10's not a large number. What's large are the number of people that have left your administration since you've taken office. A CNN article last updated July 6 lists 51 high-ranking officials that have already exited your administration. I would need 4 more able bodies just to count that on our 2 hands. And the way that every character has been getting nixed, I can't wait for the series finale of this reality show. The name of the last episode has leaked, and it's Impeachment. In the next episode, we'll be covering President Trump gets lost in the White House playing Guess Who with all the statues he can't name. In other news, Cohen was caught at the border wall crossing into Mexico until the Mexican authorities returned him saying, "We don't want your garbage."